Cavities suck. Here's how to save a ton of money by not getting them. Here we go. Tip number 1, 3 meals a day and no more. Common knowledge, I know, but a lot of the fitness people out there prefer 5 to 8 meals a day. That does put your teeth on thin ice, and here's why. Every meal you have, big or small, creates an acid attack that your teeth have to fend off. The more acid attacks, the more likely you are to get a hole blown through your tooth. So keep the meals to a minimum, and you should be avoiding those needles, drills, and money out of your pocket for all that dental crap you have to pay for. Tip number 2. What's tip number 2? Tip number 2 is fight sugar with sugar. Well, sort of. Xylitol is a naturally occurring sugar replacement that helps fight cavities on multiple fronts. Number 1, anytime you chew anything with xylitol in it, it actually releases this anti-acidic saliva that helps neutralize any acids in your mouth. Number 2, it pretty much kills the bacteria that are responsible for creating the acids in the first place. Bonus. Only thing is, it's a little hard on your stomach. So if you have too much of it too soon, you might be running to the washroom. Never fun. So keep that in mind and you'll be just fine. Tip number 3, skip the citrus. Citric acid is something found in citrusy foods that can cause some problems in your mouth. Think of it as like this little raccoon that runs around your mouth, stealing calcium from teeth and doesn't give it back. The best way to prevent this from happening is to not let the raccoon in the first place. So, the less raccoons in your mouth, meaning citric acid, the more likely you are to actually have stronger teeth, less calcium robbed from them. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to tell you to cut out oranges and never have a lemon in your water. All I'm saying is if you're doing a lot of that, it might be taking a toll on your teeth. So try to reduce the amount of citrus, especially if you are prone to cavities, and you should see some results. Tip number 4, moisturizing your mouth. So when you have lots of good saliva around your teeth, it's like having this epic moat around your castle so that like none of the bad guys can get in. But the opposite is true when you don't have that saliva there. The sugar bugs are just gonna get in there and wreak havoc on your teeth. Ugh, we don't like that. So if you think you might be suffering from dry mouth or even starting to suffer from dry mouth, start now, fix it. Number 1, you can stay hydrated all day long. The more water you drink, the more you're gonna flush that acid away, of course. And number 2, there are other products that can help. I can link them below for you and you can check them out. Tip number 5 is how to hack your toothpaste. We are going to brush, rinse, floss, then spit, and you'll see how this all comes together. So, step 1, brush. Now, when you brush, it creates a foam in your mouth. Before you spit that out, you wanna go to step 2, which is to turn that foam into a mouth rinse. Swish that around and move on to step 3, which is actually taking floss before you spit and working the foam in between each tooth. We're gonna go to step 4 now, after you've flossed, and we are finally gonna spit that toothpaste out. I don't want you to rinse with anything. If you can keep the medicine from the toothpaste or all the anti-cavity goodness on the teeth as long as possible, you should be able to just frickin' rock it at the dentist next time. It was great to have you guys here. Thanks so much for watching. If you liked this video, then leave a like or a comment below. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe. We'll see you guys in the next one.